Okay, this is the similar figures packet that you're going to be working on today during class. We kind of reviewed it a little bit on Friday, but I'll just go through it to help make sure you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, just go ahead, move on, solve it. You don't have to follow every problem, and there are more than one way to set these problems up. I'm just going to show you the way that I find easiest, that it might make sense to you, and if you do it a different way and it works, that's fine. But this will work. Okay, here we go. The first page of the packet looks like this: solving proportions involving similar figures. We've done a couple together already in class. Okay, so I have these two similar figures. This 9, this one right here, and this one right here. They're the same. So I'm going to make a fraction out of this information. 9 and 1. Now I have the 9 on top. So on this fraction, the x is on top, so I'm going to put the x on top of this fraction. The 1's on the side, I put the 1 on the bottom, so I'm going to put the 12 on the bottom. Okay? So I'm going to look at that one more time. Nine over 1 x over 12. There's my proportion. Now I'm just going to go through and set up the proportions on these first on every problem, and then we can go back and solve the proportions. And let's do that first. Okay, here we go. So that's the first proportion. Let's look at this one. Now these ones don't look as perfect, but I'm just going to go, since this one's kind of on top, I'm going to go 8 over x, and so then I'm going to put 32 over 16 for this one. So I put the 8 on top, 32 on top, x here, 16 here. So my proportion, if I want to write it a little neater on the side, to solve, 8 over x, 32 over 16. So there's that one. Okay, this one, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to see a 12, make a fraction out of this one, 12 out of 10. So that 12 is on top, so I'm going to put this x on top of this one over 5. So it's just 12 over 10 equals x over 5. There's my proportion right there. Here we go. I'm going to start with this one, 10 over 4. So I'm going to start with this one, 70 over x. There's my proportion. I'm going to start with this one here, 10 over 11. Start with this one, x over 88. They have to match up, so this proportion is going to be 10 over 11 equals x over 88. Okay, let's go to this one. X over 12, put that one on top, is 56 over 84. It all matches up because they're similar. They look similar here. Okay, this one, I'm going to start with the x. X over 72. So I'm going to start with this one, 8 over 8. That's easy. X over 72 equals 8 over 8. Okay, here we go. Let's start here, 45. I'm going to write it over here, 45 over 25. And so this one, I'm going to start with the 9. 9 over x. There's my proportion. I'm going to start with 22 here. 22 over x and 11 over 9. There's my proportion. Let's start with 72 here. 72 over x and then 12 over 10. Look at that. Now, I went through and I have all the proportions for the first page done. The problem is I have to solve the proportions. So now let's go back and through them and solve them. And you could do them on a separate sheet of paper, or you can write them on the paper like I'm about to. Okay, cross multiply. 1x is x, and 9 times 12 is 108. There we go, that one is done. Okay, let's go to this one. I wrote it right here. 32x equals 8 times 16, 128. I'm not done yet because my x is not isolated. So divide by 32, divide by 32, 1x equals 4. And look at it, that kind of makes sense, because if I put a 4 here, this 8 is bigger than the 4 and the 32 is bigger than the 16. It kind of makes sense. It's similar. All right, let's go to number 3. 10x equals 12 times 5, 60. Divide by 10, divide by 10. X equals, what's 60 divided by 10? 6. That, I always like to double check and make sure that fits. If I put a 6 right here, would that fit? Yeah, 12, 10, 6, 5. Let's go to 4 here. 10x and 4 times 70, 280. Okay, then divide by 10 on both sides. 1x equals 28. Okay, get the idea? 11x equals 880. Divide by 11, divide by 11. 1x equals 80. See it? Okay, here we go. 84x equals, whoops, 12 times 56, 672. Divide by 84, divide by 84, 1x equals 8. Almost done here. Okay. 8x equals 576. What am I going to do now? Divide by 8, divide by 8. 1x equals 72. Okay, so I hope you're squeezing this in on your paper a little bit better than I am here. It's hard for me to write with this pen, the stylus pen here. Okay, this one over here. That's 45x equals 225. Divide by 45, divide by 45, 1x equals 5. Okay, here we go. 11x equals 22 times 9, 198. Divide by 11, divide by 11, 1x equals 18. And one more to go on this page. Here we go, here we go. 12x equals what? 72 times 16, 1,152. Divide by 12, divide by 12, 1x equals 96. All right, so that's how you do that page. And I believe, I mean, it looks a little sloppy, but I circle all my answers so I see where they are and I see all my proportions. And the next page is the exact same way. And I think you could do that. I'm going to pause right here and we'll be back. Okay, same thing over here. Set up your proportions. I'm going to go 10 over 3, so I'm going to keep it consistent. 110 over x. I'm going to go to this one. 6 over 6 equals x over 60. I'm going to keep them going this way from top to bottom. 20 over 14 equals 10 over x. This one I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to go 48 over 48 equals 6 over x. I'm going to go this way. X over 11 is 21 over 77. I'm going to go this way. 35 over 56 is x over 8. I'm going to go top to bottom. 10 over 12 is 50 over x. I'm going to go this way. 9 over 6, x over 60. I'm going to go this way. 56 over 48, x over 6. And this one I'm going to go top to bottom. 8 over 2, x over 6. And once you get those all figured out, you could just solve them. 10x equals 330. Divide by 10, divide by 10, x equals 33. And you go on from there. You know how to solve these one-step equations at this point. 6x equals 360 divided by 6 divided by 6, x equals 60. Okay, you just got to take your time and solve those equations. I know you can do that. Let's do this one really quick right here. 20x equals 140. Divide by 20. Divide by 20. X equals 70. Okay. 48x equals, I'm just going to calc on this one, 288. Divide by 48. Divide by 48. X equals 6. Okay. And so on. 77x equals 231. Hi, kitty. divide by 77, divide by 77, x equals 3. All right, so that's how you continue through those. And you could solve those equations on a separate sheet of paper. Just get them all done and figure out x for all of them. And I know you could do that. It looks a little sloppy, but I know you can do that. All right, now this one, using similar polygons. We've done a bunch of these already, but some of them have scale factors that we need to look at. All right, let's just look at this one really quick. There's no x, but there's a question mark right there. So we have to make sure we're using where the question mark is. So we're going to use this, and then we need to use two other numbers that are available. So now I'm going to set up my equation like this. X over 10, 24 over 15. Do you see how I do those little arrows to show which direction I went there? And then you just 15x equals 240. Divide by 15, divide by 15. X equals 240 divided by 15. 16. Okay, and that's how you do those. So you have to find where the x is. There's going to be my x. So here's my x, and that's like that matches up. The number that matches up. Here's a 12 and a 15. I'm going to go this way this time, just to set up my equation a little differently. Doesn't matter. So 12 over x, going this way, is 15 over 25. So that's going to be 15x equals 12 times 25 is 300. Okay. Divide by 15, divide by 15. X equals 20. Okay, so I know you can do those. I want to skip down here to number 7. And it has the word scale factor. And it says A to B is 2 to 7. So immediately I can set up a proportion with those two numbers. A to B, so this is going to be A, the top's going to be A, the bottom's going to be B. And I'm going to put 2 to 7. Now I'm going to take the value here of 6 that goes at the A. I'm going to put that, where do you think? I'm going to put that right here on top, and this is going to be x. And that will tell you how to solve for that. Immediately when they give you this information, you could set up your equation. So now I go 2x equals 42. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X equals 24. And that's all you have to do right there when they give you the scale factor. They already give you the hard part. Okay, let's look at this one. It says A to B is 2 to 3. So the top's going to be A, the bottom's going to be B. 2 to 3, because the first number is A and the second number's value is 3. So now I got to find the A value up here at the top. Okay, and A goes with the question mark. So that's going to be my x. B goes with the 12, and that's going to be my bottom value. And that's where they try to trick you. But we got that. We just got to keep the order with A and B. Equals 24. Divide by 3, divide by 3. X equals 8. Okay. Let's do number 12. No, let's do number 9. Okay. So it has A to B, 2 to 3. A, B, 2, 3. The top is A, the bottom is B. I see a 9, that goes with the B, so that's going to go on the bottom. There's my value I'm looking for, that's my x. So 3x equals 18. Divide by 3, divide by 3, x equals 6. Okay, so that's how you do those kind of problems. Use those scale factors. Now, this one, graph the image of KLMN after dilation with a scale factor of 2. Now, I'm looking for KLMN, but I don't see it anywhere. I'm assuming that this is I think they would put a letter KLMN. That's how they would name that rectangle, okay? That's where those letters came from. Okay. So now okay, well this part we are graphing images of the rectangle after a dilation with a scale factor of 2. So when we see scale factor, we want to, and it says 2, you want to think of the fraction 2 over 1. Okay, that means we have to do multiply the lengths of each side by 2, or by 2 over 1. So how long is the first side? So from here to here is 8. And from here to here is 8. And this side's 8 and this side's 8. So we have to multiply this side by 2. 8 over 1 times 2 over 1. So 8 over 1 times 2 over 1 is going to be 16 over 1. So this side is going to be 16, and this side is also going to be 16. So basically, we just have to redraw that. So let's just start. Let's start right here at 10 and count over 8, and then another 8 over to 16. And I don't think that's going to be tall enough. Let me do something here. Let's just do it down here. From here, 8 to 16, and up here to 16. And if you look at this, okay, that would be double the size. From here to here is 16. From here to here is 16. All right, let's look at the next one. Let's look at this one. This one has a scale factor of 2. That means I'm going to multiply however long this side is and however long this side is by 2. Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I'm going to multiply that by 2. 5 over 1 times 2 over 1 is 10 over 1, which is 10. So basically I could start here and go 10 to 20, that's 10. And I could go up here to 10. And over here to 10, and here to 10. And then that would be my new version, made bigger by a scale factor of 2. Okay, now this one has a fraction, if you notice, and that's why I've been showing the 2 over 1 thing. So that fraction is 1 over 4. And when you make something a fourth of something, you're making it smaller. You're making it 1/4 smaller. Well, that's easy. We just multiply it by 1/4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this side is 8, this side's 8, and this side is 4 and 4. So let's try the 8. 8 over 1, which is 8 over 4, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So one of the side, the top and the bottom is going to be a 2. And this is 4 over 1 times 1 over 4, which equals 4 over 4, which is 1. So that means this side is going to be a 1. And that right there would be my reduced scale factor shape. Okay. This one has a scale factor of 5. And if I look here, this is a 1 on this side and 1, 2, 3 on this side. And then to make a triangle, all I have to do is connect the dots from there. So I have to increase this side by 5. 1 times 5 is 5. So I'm just going to put this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have to increase this one by 5, and 3 times 5, or 3 over 1 times 5 over 1 is 15 over 1. So 15, so I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm over 1. So if I want to just redraw that 1 here, and then just erase this, and draw this over 1. And then I just connect it, and there will be my 5. It's 5 times as larger than the original size. Okay, this one I'm going to make it larger by a scale factor of 3 over 1. This one I'm going to draw my two. I'm just going to look at these two bases here, and then I'm going to connect the dots when I'm done. Okay, so from here to here is 3. From here to here is 5. So I'm going to start with the 3. That's going to be 9. So I have to turn this one into a 9, and I have to turn this one into a 15. So I'll just start right here. I'll do 15 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And then the one up top here has to be 9. And it goes over 1, so it's going to go over 3. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then connect those dots. And that would be my final. I had to look here and see that this is 1 space, and 1 space times 3 would be 3, and that's how I knew to start it right there at 3 spaces after. Okay, and this one, it's going to be smaller by 1/5. So 1/5 times whatever this is, and 1/5 times whatever this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. And this here is also 10. Well, that's easy. 10 over 1, 10 over 1. That's 10 fifths divided by 10 divided by 5 is 2. And this is the same thing. So each side is going to be 2. So there you go. 2, 2. All right. So that's basically how you do those scale factor drawings. I did a bunch of these. I know it looks sloppy, but I think you get the idea with using those proportions. I mean, this whole thing, now that I'm looking at it, looks a little sloppy, but if you just follow along carefully and maybe even use a separate sheet of paper to show your work on, that might be better too. Okay. Thank you. No, thank me. No, thank me. Okay. Good luck. Bye.